Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Magic Crystal. Aw, yeah. Hi there, I'm Donatello, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle jack of all trades. I'm the turtle Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Raphael turn to when they need a piece of weaponry to do battle with, or when something breaks down around the sewer. I'm pretty handy at making something out of nothing. And, you know, it's a pretty cool feeling to create something. But I had something happen to me once that made me see how, well, ordinary my talents are. It was when I met this dude named Kirby, who could do the most amazing things with this magic crystal. It was a slow day. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were relaxing at their friend April O'Neil's apartment. All of them, that is, but Donatello. He was hard at work tinkering with some gadgets. All of a sudden there was a shout from the shower. "Hey Donatello! Can't you do something about the hot water?" called Raphael. "I hate cold showers." "I'm busy," grumbled Donatello. April looked up from her book. "Donatello, you're the handiest one around here. If you can fix the hot water heater, I won't have to call the repairman." Donatello nodded. "Okay, April, I'll see what I can do." He headed for the cellar stairs. "And keep an eye out for Kirby," warned April. "He's that guy who's renting the little office in the basement. It wouldn't be wise for him to see you." "That's for sure," agreed Donatello as he made his way down the steep stairs. It was very dark in the cellar, and Donatello wasn't quite sure where the water heater was. Suddenly, he heard a strange flapping noise. Then... Screak! "Yow!" Donatello screamed as a giant bat-like creature flew past him and disappeared. But where had it gone? There were no doors or windows in that part of the basement. Donatello decided to retrace this creature's path. He noticed a light coming from the basement's front office and went over to peep in. There was Kirby, busy drawing a picture of an insect. As Donatello watched in amazement, the drawing came alive and flew off of the page and around the room. "Oh, Kirby, what are you up to?" "How did that happen?" Donatello gasped, forgetting April's warning. Kirby turned around and saw Donatello. "A green alien!" Kirby cried. "I don't remember drawing you, so you must be real. You've come for your crystal, right? I was just borrowing it. There's no need for any rough stuff, okay, pal?" "Yeah, no rough stuff." Donatello smiled. "I know I must look odd to you, but I'm not an alien," he said. "My name is Donatello, and how on earth did you make that drawing come alive?" "It's this crystal," explained Kirby, handing Donatello his pencil. A shining crystal was tied onto it. "I found it a while ago in a pile of coal, and accidentally discovered what it could do. Try it out." Look at that mouth. Donatello drew a simple stick figure. "This is the best I can do," he said. "I'm not really an art—" Yowza! The stick man jumped off the page and began to dance. Spooky. "Don't ask me how this crystal works," Kirby said to Donatello. "But so far, everything I've drawn has come alive. The strange thing is, they only last a minute or so, and then they vanish." "Oh, okay, that's the strange thing, Kirby." He went over to a pile of junk and began to push it out of the way. "There was one thing I drew a couple of weeks ago. It didn't go away, and it was too heavy to move, so I covered it up. There you go." Donatello stared at the weird-looking window. Or was it a doorway? He reached out to touch it, and stepped right through. "Hey, be careful!" Kirby shouted as Donatello vanished. Then the turtle reappeared in the center of the doorway. "Kirby, you're not going to believe this! You've got to see what's on the other side of this thing! Come on!" Kirby grabbed his sketchbook, stuck the pencil behind his ear, and ran through the portal. Plop, plop! The two friends found themselves falling down into an unfamiliar place. There were trees, and flowers, and ancient ruins, and a scary creature that ran away over a hill as soon as it saw Kirby and Donatello. Wow. "Oh no! I remember doodling that," Kirby said nervously. "Maybe this is the place where all those things went to when they vanished from my room." Donatello and Kirby followed the creature. A lot of noise was coming from the other side of the hill. What should they see but hundreds of frightening creatures warring with human-like beings that Kirby had drawn with the magic crystal. Suddenly the creatures turned. They had spotted Donatello and Kirby. "Stay behind me!" Donatello shouted to Kirby. He whipped out his bow staff and swung it at the ferocious monsters. Hi-ya! But there were too many to fend off. Donatello couldn't fight them all himself. Suddenly, Kirby got an idea. Look at Kirby's idea face. Look at Kirby over there. Nothing phases good old Kirby. He's just rolling with everything. If the crystal works in this world, and if the pictures don't vanish, then I think this will work, Kirby said, scribbling a picture of Donatello with a monstrous fighting hand. Oh, hang in there, Donnie. Wow, Donatello said as a huge piece of metal machinery magically appeared on the end of his arm. I call that a gravatic equalizer, Kirby explained. It cancels gravity. Just point it and press the button. And it's canceled. Pow, pow, pow! The equalizer pushed the creature straight into the air. Take that, and that, Donatello shouted as one creature after another shot away from him. Gravity's canceled today, pals. But there were still too many enemies. Kirby quickly drew another picture, a giant robot-like tank that moved forward and attacked the creatures. It lifted them up in its powerful claws and dropped them into its body. Soon the mobile creep trapper was filled. Better get something else ready, Donatello called to Kirby. Those human-like guys you drew really need help. Kirby racked his brain, trying to think of something to draw. In the meantime, Donatello leaped down from the tank and fought as hard as he could with his bow staff and his feet. Wait a minute, Kirby muttered. He flipped through his sketchbook. All those goons are in this book. I just have to get them to stop moving. Kirby's hand was a blur for the next few minutes as his magic pencil whizzed across the pages. He rapidly drew metal traps on the pictures of the monstrous creatures, until their arms, legs, and mouths were covered. It worked. The creatures were trapped in real life. The human-like creatures began to cheer. "Thank you, mighty sorcerer," they said to Kirby. "You are welcome in our land any time." All right. Good work, Kirby, agreed Donatello. But I think we'd better head home. I'm ready for some chow. The two friends walked back over the hill toward the magic doorway. Oh no! Look, it's shrinking! Fast! Don, you go first, Kirby urged him. Then pull me through. Donatello squeezed into the shrinking portal. I'm stuck, he shouted. Hang in there, Don, I'll give you a push, Kirby shouted back. Kirby is such a hero, man. Donatello popped through and landed back in the basement. He turned around to pull Kirby through, but to his horror, the doorway shrank away to nothing, just as a piece of paper came through and landed on the floor. Donatello sighed sadly. It was too late to bring back Kirby. Then he saw the paper on the floor. It was a note, folded up. Donatello picked it up and stuck it in his belt. Then he climbed up the stairs to April's apartment. Raphael welcomed him, and not very warmly. So what's the scoop? You've been gone for ages. Do we have hot water or not? Donatello just frowned and walked on. He went down the hall and into an empty room to be alone. I must have just had some kind of weird dream, he said sadly to himself. Then he remembered the note. He pulled it out and read it. Don, take care of yourself. Kirby. Man, what?